Well, good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders from across the globe. It's actually Sunday, it's midday, it's about noon on Sunday. That would be April 7th, 2024. This video is being filmed on April 7th for trading April 8th and forward. That would be Sunday, Monday, April 8th, 2024, and maybe moving forward. And in this situation, absolutely, positively, the information in this video is geared for more than day trading. It is geared for moving forward. So it's a slightly longer term video with information in that for you. Please remember that this is very risky. Trading is risky, risky, risky. I'll write it really big for you. Please put your stops in, put them in first. Never ever trade without stops. Risky, risky, risky. Please know that, okay? Never ever trade without stops. So let's reset this and take a better look. We were right here. Let's just move this chart forward a little, and I want to show you something really interesting on this Tesla chart. So I think in January, the beginning of January, I did a live webinar, and in that live webinar, I basically focused on Tesla. And I said, traders, I see a big problem with Tesla. Many other car companies too, but Tesla for sure has a problem. Now, I want you to understand something. I am someone who believes that Elon Musk is literally a modern day inventor. He is someone who we're blessed to see during our lifetimes. His car is fantastic. His rocketing is second to none. You know, you compare him easily with Franklin and Edison and Nikola Tesla and all of them combined. He's one of those. Love the guy. At the same time, he cannot control fate, and fate is bringing his car company, as well as many other strictly EV car companies, to their knees. What do I mean by that? Well, I came out with this video and live webinar about Tesla having a big problem right here. First set of targets were offered right here in January. I also showed you a note in the same webinar, this very note, I did not change it, and I wrote, hybrid is the wave of the future. EV has been overdone. It has shown to be incorrect, and I have offered targets on the downside. What did I mean by that? I thought that watching how the world is working and watching how my charts are panning out, that EV companies are now in trouble, and then of course the technical comes out and then the news comes out. We have that big freeze in January. The news comes out and now there's fundamental behind the technical. But the technical was first, and that was us breaking here and starting to fail. So I came out with some targets. Then the world helped me with their news. We had the big freeze across the United States, and hybrid is the way to go. And that was what my webinar was about. Hybrid is the way to go. It is the new wave of the future. Forget about these EV cars. And then I offered targets for you. And those targets were, the first set of targets were offered right here, 212, 200, then 192 in Tesla. This is 212. This is 200. This is 192. All three targets achieved. Right after that, in a second webinar, I gave out three more targets. 173, 164, and 151, the second grouping of targets. We hit 173 and 164. 151 is next. That's down below the red line, down past it. We will get there as well. Once we hit 151, I will then calculate more targets for the downside if it looks like they're coming. It's not just me. Wall Street didn't miss it either. Look, as soon as we started to have the freeze, Wall Street took advantage of this wonderful average, but this time the other way. It worked here, it worked here, it worked all over the place. What did they do once the freeze took place? Boom! It was like right after my webinar came out. Boom! They started attaching themselves to this average, and every time you get to it, they pound Tesla. Boom. Pound. Boom. Tesla will go down to 151 first, and then we'll see what else. Now, it's not just me. Look at this picture. This is today's newspaper, Investors Business Daily. The future turns back to hybrid. Toyota and Honda pull ahead. It's more than that. You have to read the article. That is today. You see the date, April 8th. Now, in January, I was able to tell you that that was absolutely what's going on now because the charts told me there's a big problem. And, of course, weather showed us that EVs are a big problem. So I am telling you right now, Rivian, Tesla, Lucid, NIO, that whole group, they're in big trouble. You know who's not? GM, Ford, Toyota. Do you know why? Because they learned how to build EVs. They were always really good at building gas cars. Now they're going to build an ass-kicking EV, right? They were always good, an ass-kicking hybrid. They weren't very good at EVs till Musk showed the world how to do that. Then car companies got really good at EV. They were always really good at gas cars. Imagine the two come together. Fantastic cars coming our way. Do you know who can't do that? Any car company that was geared for EV only, they've got a problem. So, sorry, Elon, love you to death, but you've got a problem with Tesla. The rest of your company's fantastic. Tesla has a problem. Every EV company that's strictly EV has a big problem. Buy yourselves GM, Ford, Toyota, buy stuff like that. They are ready for the future. That I wanted to show you that what we thought we seen in the charts and what we thought we recognized after the big freeze is absolutely what did happen to the world. We are ready to do what the chart said, move to hybrids, and I am looking forward to that myself. Traders, please like, share, and subscribe to these videos. It will help the algorithms, it will help me help other people, and it will spread the word. I hope this really helps you. It certainly sure has woken me up to, wow, when you see something on the chart, it really does materialize, and then the news comes out afterwards to prove that we're going to be right. What a wonderful world we live in when technical analysis comes out first before the news, huh? Traders, that's about it for now. I just wanted to show you if you are a Tesla fan, if you are a Rivian, Lucid, NIO, you name it, watch what you're doing. You may not want to be long those stocks anymore. You want to flip them into something else? Any car company ready to build hybrids, not trying, ready, GM, Ford, Toyota, companies like that, you can go for them. That's what the future is, our immediate future in hybrids. That's where we're going. And there's one last thing, if I could be really quick. The article that I just showed you right here, this one, you know, if you read through and you move to the proper page on this article, it will tell you that a new law has just been enacted here. Automakers are suddenly offering a much better, broader spectrum of affordable hybrid cars and trucks. Why? In March, the U.S. Department of Transportation made a nod to changing market dynamics when it unveiled new rules on fuel economy and vehicle emissions. The rules will boost sales of gas and hybrid vehicles into early into the next decade and delay EV rollouts. Even the government secretly is behind this. Hybrid is the way to go. I hope that helps, kids. I hope if you're in Tesla, please do not dislike Elon. But, you know, nature is nature. Nature proved that hybrid only freezes in the United States, and you cannot have half this country frozen in the middle of the winter. So, lesson to hybrid companies, keep doing what you're doing. Big lesson to EV companies, you were not paying attention. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you all at livewithoscar.com.